How are you feeling? This is a question that we can all be asked a little more, that we can all ask ourselves a little bit more, especially as nomads, especially as new nomads, especially as maybe nomads that have been that way for a while but are feeling some emotions. So I'll just speak from my own experience of having been a nomad for over half a year now. There is a range. There's a range. So, particularly when I began my journey, it was after attempting to stay within my home during COVID and it looking like it was going to work out, and then it just not working out. And instead of fighting it, going through two battles, I was like, let's take this as a sign that it's time to embrace the unknown. And yeah, whenever it's come to home, I have told myself that yes, home does reside within, but you get comfortable in a space. Different places have different energies to them. We create community in different places that we are. So to pack our bags up physically and intangibly, metaphorically, right? It can feel like a really huge step and an uprooting, where it's a huge opportunity to develop those feelings that you maybe outsource to a place within. That's been a huge part of my journey. And I'm excited to share it with you because, yeah, there have been times where the uncertainty of not knowing, okay, so I'm here this month, what about the next? And to take a deep breath and to trust that it's going to work out. I'm going to have a place to stay. And sometimes just the sheer volume of potential places that I could be. There is this draw to be international where it's like, oh, you could be anywhere. Why don't you go somewhere exotic, somewhere that you haven't been before? So, that is an option, but especially as I'm a practicing leadership and life coach, I have calls that are based in the US. So I'm conscious of time zones, and I'm personally using this as an opportunity to live in different cities in America that I may actually want to live. So it's not necessarily about exotic locations, although they can seem exotic, that's fine. But it's more about where feels like home, because San Francisco for 5 years certainly felt like home. That was one of my life goals growing up. I always wanted to be in San Francisco. And there, of course, was the option to move somewhere different when my housing situation fell through. However, part of me knew, no, there's a journey to be had here, and to trust that it would work out. And, I will say, here we are, over a half year in. I told myself, maybe it'll be 6 months, maybe 12. Well, it's certainly past 6. So who knows if it'll be past 12. I'm still finding out what I like, getting a feel for the place, reconnecting with old friends that have also been moving around, and also meeting new people now, especially as things begin to reopen. So yes, I'm curious if you are considering this nomadic journey. What is either getting in your way? What is inspiring you? What do you hope to gain? Because intentionality is everything. And for me, it has really been a release and a surrender to know wholeheartedly that I can trust. Because I have built a sense of self-reliance within myself, but what this journey has really taught me is to really hone in on that interdependence. And of course, I wrote a book about human connection. That's a part of something that I have embodied and known for a while, but there's something more intimate about home and reaching out and asking, hey, can I rent a room from you for a while? Like if a friend works in real estate, for example, and just, being vulnerable and allowing yourself to, to be open to different opportunities. And I've been to different locations now. So of course, started out in San Francisco, then I went to Boston, and after that was New York. After that was San Diego, and then New Mexico. And now, surprise, speaking engagement happened. It was postponed by a year. So I'm back in San Francisco for the month. And I don't know where I'm going next. And it's both terrifying and exciting. And I know that, yeah, where I was previously in New Mexico, there were all of the emotions, where I was the most solitary that I have been in quite some time. I didn't have friends as neighbors like I have in the past, or I wasn't co-living with anyone. I didn't know anyone in the area. So I was cat sitting, and that was an opportunity to get well acquainted with those cats, and also to just have moments of journaling and writing and knowing there's nowhere to be. There's nothing to do aside from work and everything. And, some phone calls and video calls with friends. But yeah, there were moments of deep sadness, deep loneliness, deep catharsis. And there were moments of blissful solitude, where just sitting out alone with a cup of tea, thinking this is the best thing. So this is a part of what you can expect if you're considering this journey, just a range of emotions and being open to experiencing it all. And yeah, the people that you meet along this journey, you never know who you're going to meet, but having, again, that sense of openness and maintaining contact with people that you feel a connection with through a conversation or through, an outing somewhere. To avoid rambling on here, I will leave us here just with where I'm at now, just over 6 months in, going on 8 months actually. The general feeling is liberation, surrender, trust, and excitement, because on this journey I'm going to find my next home and so much more. So stay tuned for what that even means, okay? I'm excited because I don't really know what that means either. All right, this is Stephanie Michelle, and subscribe to stay connected on this journey. I intend to be releasing videos every week or so, and your comments inspire what I post about. All right, until next time.